The General Principles. In today's globalized economy, workers are increasingly looking for job opportunities beyond their home country in search of decent work and better livelihoods. In addition, millions of workers migrate internally in search of decent work. Public and private employment agencies, when appropriately regulated, play an important role in the efficient and equitable functioning of labor markets by matching available jobs with suitably qualified workers. However, concerns have been raised about the growing role of unscrupulous employment agencies, informal labor intermediaries, and other operators acting outside the legal and regulatory framework that prey especially on low-skilled workers. Reported abuses involve one or more of the following: deception about the nature and conditions of work, retention of passports, illegal wage deductions, debt bondage linked to repayment of recruitment fees, threats if workers want to leave their employers, coupled with fears of subsequent expulsion from a country. A combination of these abuses can amount to human trafficking and forced labor. Despite the existence of international labor standards relating to recruitment, national laws and their enforcement often fall short of protecting the rights of workers, and migrant workers in particular. To protect workers from abuse and exploitation, the ILO adopted the General Principles and Operational Guidelines for Fair Recruitment in 2016. By pooling guidance from existing standards, the guidelines aim to inform the activities of the ILO and other organizations, national legislatures, enterprises, recruiters, and social partners. The principles and guidelines cover the recruitment of all workers, nationals or migrants, internally and internationally, in all sectors. They apply to recruitment directly by employers as well as through intermediaries. While the general principles provide guidance at all levels and for all actors, the operational guidelines outline the responsibilities of specific actors in the recruitment process. What are the main elements of the general principles for fair recruitment? 1. Recruitment should take place in a way that respects, protects, and fulfills internationally recognized human rights standards, particularly the right to freedom of association and collective bargaining, and the prevention and elimination of forced labor, child labor, and employment discrimination. 2. Recruitment should respond to established labor market needs. 3. Laws and policies on employment should apply to all workers, labor recruiters, and employers. 4. Recruitment should take into account policies and practices that promote efficiency, transparency, and protection for workers in the process. For instance, workers' skills and qualifications should be recognized. 5. Regulation of employment and recruitment should be clear, transparent, and effectively enforced. The principles emphasize the role of the Labor Inspectorate and the use of standardized registration, licensing, or certification systems. 6. Cross-border recruitment should respect national laws and regulations, employment contracts, collective agreements, and international human rights standards. 7. Workers should not be charged recruitment fees or related costs. 8. The terms and conditions of employment should be specified in appropriate, verifiable, and easily understandable manner, preferably through written contracts. In the case of migrant workers, written contracts should be in a language that the worker can understand, should be subject to measures to prevent contract substitution, and should be enforceable. 9. Workers should not be deceived or coerced into agreeing to the conditions of recruitment. 10. Workers should have access to free, comprehensive, and accurate information regarding the rights and conditions of their recruitment and employment. 11. Workers should be free to move within a country or to leave a country. Their identity documents and contracts should not be confiscated, destroyed, or retained. 12. Workers should be free to terminate their employment, change their employer without permission, and return to their country. 13. Finally, all workers, whether in a regular or irregular situation, should have access to free or affordable dispute resolution mechanisms and effective remedies in case of abuse. All actors should work hand in hand to combat exploitation and ensure the fair recruitment of workers. The operational guidelines which follow the general principles stipulate the specific responsibilities of governments, enterprises, and recruiters in the recruitment process. The social partners also have a crucial role to play. To learn more about the ILO General Principles and Operational Guidelines for Fair Recruitment, keep watching our series of videos on establishing fair recruitment practices and visit our website www.ilo.org/fairrecruitment.